Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, the Blackening, Machine Head. Track 1 of 8 is entitled Clenching the Fists of Dissent. You may say only 8 tracks, but I say only 8 tracks. But there's some relatively long ones. First one's at 10 minutes 36. And we finish off with a 9-minute track and a 10-minute track. So we're verging into quite a progressive effort on this record. This listen through is devoted to Philo, who recommended this on the Patreon. He said, get onto this Machine Head record. And without further ado, we're going to jump straight in. Peace and love. Shout out to all the metalheads. Roadrunner Records. Rob Flynn, Colin Richardson, Dave McLean, Phil Demmel. I don't know what to expect, by the way. We listened to Burn Out My Eyes or something daft like that. The first record. And someone told me the first record, if not the second record, was like the only good ones to listen to. So this is a little later in the 2000s. I think I've seen the track Halo referenced before, so that must be like quite a selling point to the band. Made myself a cup of coffee, just waiting for it to calm down. La 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 la. Them natural harmonics are something I really associate with Machine Head. Bruh, I just said I got the Blackening onto my mate, and he responded with best metal album of all time. No shit. And the guy didn't gas me. Like, he'll give me his opinion, and he said the best metal album. I've asked him what's the best bit. I asked what's the best bit, and he says, lol, it's just probably one of the last goated records for metal. Fair play. Which I think, to me, and where I come from, that sort of symbolises the end of the like metal and alternate community magazine era, because like these guys were getting pushed heavy, and bands like this, like Devil Driver and stuff, where records like Kerrang and Metal Hammer and stuff like that, they loved these bands. So I don't know. Same with music videos, like music video channels and stuff. Now it's all on YouTube and stuff like that, and we just get force fed every single day about 20,000 different products, you know. Sounded a bit like Jaster on that build up there, I thought. Someone says one of the greatest heavy metal albums of all time. Love that riff and that guitar solo. This is a good trade-off, but like mellow death guitar line, verging on like a deathcore guitar line there. The rhythm's really good. Sounds like as blood runs black. They're not saying fight, are they? That's a bit corny, if so. Yeah, that's a bit corny. Like, that's a bit like schoolyard, kiddie stuff. Anything that associates or is synonymous with like childish behaviour, that's a bit of a turn off for such a mature band like Machine Head. Ooh. You know what? Normally on fade outs and stuff, if we're just dragging the same idea, I'll tend to cancel before the end of the song and just keep it moving. But that was worth listening to. That was really good because the drummer was just switching it up after each and every measure. Well, if that's the right term to use, yeah, I don't fucking care, to be honest with you, but you know where I'm coming from. The drummer switching it up and giving a different emphasis and a different groove and a different sort of power to that riff and that breakdown. Each and every transition, that was really fascinating to listen to. That was a really cool way of finishing off, and that was a really cool breakdown for doing so. And it's cool that they made it so heavy and made a breakdown out of like open notes, non-palm mutes, single note, ba-na-no, ba-na-na-na-na-na-no. You know what I mean? And if you like playing guitar and not the greatest guitarist of all time, and want to get into like good metal bands, you'd probably be able to play that relatively simple. Yeah, that was good. That was good. The great big emphasis as well when they go into that palm mute chug. That was a good start to the record. 10 minutes 36 seconds that was, and it did not feel like it. And that's a good, in my opinion, that's a good sort of indication as to whether it's a good, well-written tune that is enjoyable to listen to. You know what I mean? So let's keep on moving. We've got Beautiful Morning coming up next. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget to rest. Now there's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Machine Head, The Blackening, okay? Track 2 of 8, entitled Beautiful Morning. I'll tell you what, I know we say good morning and this and that. I don't actually say that. I stopped saying it purely down to the pronunciation, you know. There is no good morning, you know what I mean? I don't want to bless that upon other people. I believe words are spells and so on and so forth in their own way. So people say it to me, I shudder a little bit because, you know, it's just the way it is. But such as the Jamaicans, such as the Rastas, I don't personally say morning because of this reason, because of how it's pronounced. And here we are, Beautiful Morning is track number 2 of 8. Let's go. Grand Rising is what you need to say. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Let's go. This was on Guitar Hero Metallica. The idea that they had a Guitar Hero Metallica is mind-blowing to me. I didn't know that they would have different songs aside from Metallica on there. That's actually quite a good selling point, to be honest with you. I liked Guitar Hero. I had like 2 Guitar Hero games. It was Guitar Hero 2 and 3. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I got pretty good. I know some people get bloody amazing on that game, but I got pretty good on it. Low key inspired me to pick up a real guitar, Guitar Hero. Yeah, so I got to rate it. little bit kill switch engagey. There's a lot of 2000s elements in this record so far. I've heard a couple of riffs which are pretty, like I've referenced in the last track, a little bit melodic death, i.e. Deathcore. You know, 2007 was a great year for deathcore. Not saying that this is anything adjacent to it, but there was a rhythm guitar in the guitar solo, and this vocal here is a little kill switchy to me, you know. Do you not think? Hardcore, hardcore. Bro, if their entire sound was like this, that'd be insane. Anybody heard of a band called All Pigs Must Die? Like, even the reference of sorrow is quite kill switchy still, you know. That was a decent tune. It was a change from what we had on Clenching the Fists of Dissent, which was just sort of like a belting, straight to the face, relatively extreme metal track. This one was a little bit more melodic, a little bit more metalcore-y, I would say. And I enjoyed it. There were some good moments on there. The clean vocals needed a moment to grow on me, but I enjoyed them by the end of it. We've got Aesthetics of Hate coming up. Yes, now bless now people, don't forget to rest now. Des, Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Machine Head, The Blackening tonight. 3 out of 8 tracks. Or at least we're on the 3rd of 8 tracks, should I say. This list through is devoted to Philo, recommended this via the Patreon, one love. Aesthetics of Hate, let's go. Bro, why are these guys posing like this? This is insane. Why are these lot looking like this? Why are these lot posing like Madball? What's going on? Bro, these guys think they're Madball on this? What's going on? Look. I swear I've seen these scenes in a bloody Madball video. To be fair, his vocal performance is a little bit like Freddie. I am gassing about the whole Madball thing. I sort of meant like an overall, you know, like New York hardcore sort of tough guy vibe. Like Terror did it. Aggie Front did it. You know what I mean? And of course, here in the UK, every band on planet Earth. If you want to see a good crew video, check out a track called Read These Box by a UK hardcore band, London band called 9 Bar. That is a classic. That is a classic. That is my recommendation for today. Read These Box by 9 Bar. When I was younger, I thought it was a spelling mistake on YouTube. I thought it was meant to be Read These Books, but box is short for Reeboks, innit? It's written about an article called Aesthetics of Hate that spat on Dimebag and said he deserved to die. And the article was so well written that many normal people were led to think that metalheads were disgusting people. Rob and Phil were so angry they made this song. What? Rest in peace, Dime, the metal legend. Rob is one of the greatest songwriters the world has ever seen. What makes this song so legendary, and not many bands can pull this off, is that you can feel the hate so strongly for the person it was written towards. I disagree. Personally, look, oh my god, look at his username. 666 Mr. Baby Killer. Oh my god, man. How old do you reckon this guy is? If this is a grown man with a title like that needs to stop, man. I'm not even offended. It's just like, come on, man. I can't respect that. I don't know. We've listened to Devourment. We listened to metal. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I say the same thing. What makes this song so legendary and not many bands can pull this off is that you can feel the hate so strongly. Me personally, I think the hate diminishes from the emotion that was felt to getting put on the paper, to having to wait, to having to record it with the band, to having to record it in the studio, to have it being produced by an engineer. Each and every step of the way, I do think there is an emotive sap of the original energy that was initially intended. Now, I'm going into my personal philosophy here. Like, this isn't, to disagree with what the guy's saying, but I think this is the case. I think the real emotional value that is put onto any music you listen to is the emotion you personally project onto that music. I'm drunk, I'm walking home from the park when I'm younger, and I put one of Drake's first records on, and the emotive value of that music has me feeling some sort of way, and so from there on I can look at that music and appreciate that music through the lens as to how I came across it. Do you see where I'm coming from? So it's not necessarily, because obviously, let's say that, for example, I now know in hindsight that Drake hasn't literally written that music. Like, he's not put pen to paper and written himself. There's been co-writers, there's been ghost-writers. He's not produced the music. He's not created the, the actual instrumental behind it. But it doesn't matter because I've projected my own emotional value on there. The rest does not matter. So I say that to say this, as far as you can feel the hate so strongly, maybe if I was correlating it as such personally, you know where I'm coming from. Because I think, quite literally speaking, it gets watered down so much in the actual writing to recording process. Most of the emotion does get sort of rid, unless it's recording in a very particular way, in a very organic and natural manner, which doesn't tend to be the case when it comes to, mainstream acts and whatnot. But wait a minute, the lyrics are blunt and to the point. They can take away the vocals and still know the emotion, still know exactly what the song is about. Few songwriters have the ability to show any emotion at all. Fair. Let's go. Guitar solo. Would you consider Machine Head groove metal? They're sort of adjacent to Lamb of God in some kind of way. This is quite a Lamb of God-y riff, I think. Hey, the spirit of Pete Steele coming out there. Hey. Oh, should we do some typo negative on this channel soon? Cool breakdown. That was Aesthetics of Hate. Yeah, pretty cool. You know what? I probably would have preferred it without seeing the music video. I didn't take the music video very serious, to be honest with you. I liked the tune. I liked the riffs. I liked the breakdown. I liked the one-liner there that repeated at the end, but I didn't like seeing this guy sort of look into the camera and give it that sort of pizzazz. I don't know why. I didn't think it was very cool, to be honest with you. If I was a little bit younger, I might have, but I didn't see that as really cool, to be honest with you. Where is it? Like this bit, and he's there like clinging onto the thing. It's just a bit manufactured, isn't it? And that's not the band who's manufactured it. It's the video production who's just like, you know what'll be really cool. Like, if you're behind these gates and holding on to them and stuff like that, like this. I think if there's a message to bring on, you don't want to obstruct it by these sort of theatrical elements. So we're not here to talk about the music video. And in all honesty, that's why I prefer not watching the music videos, because it gives stuff to discuss external to the actual music. She's my cup of tea. Let's have a deco. Flipping. Tell you what, I don't normally watch the advertisements, but there's a couple of pretty ladies on this one. I like her with the red lips. I'll tell you what, them straight fringes. I've always had a thing for them. Black hair, straight fringe. I don't know why. Maybe it was the red lips that caught my eye. Regardless. Yeah, pretty cool. It was a good tune. And I did like the breakdown at the end. I liked it, how it wasn't like impactful. It actually blended itself in. It just sort of really... It was a fluid transition into the breakdown, which you don't get too often. Normally, impact is the most important thing. You want to hit a breakdown with impact, but they made it work by just incorporating this just backdooring this heaviness into the instrumental, and I really like that. It was a good track. Moving on, we've got track number 8, which is Now I Lay Thee Down. Okay, I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now people, don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. The Blackening, Machine Head, track 4 of 8. Now I Lay Thee Down is the title of this one. Let's jump straight in. Devoted to Philo recommended this on the Patreon. I don't care for the music videos. The music video just came across a bit edgy on that last one. It actually devalued the music for me. Let's go. Cup of coffee ready. Let's go. Nice little bass guitar noodle there. Bano, no, no, bano, no, no, bano, no, no. Don't you think there's a bit of kill switch there? I like that. That was reminiscent of the Leonardo. Is it? No, Michelangelo. Let's have a... Hold on. There, don't you think? Although it's the vice versa, isn't it? Because I think you have God up, elevated, pedestalized per se, whereas Adam is a little bit... Well, I think they're somewhat aligned. Do you know where I'm coming from? And of course, you have the angel symbolism, but the whole music video has got like some degree of esoteric value with the depictions of, you know, the mystical and the magical and whatnot. But I wasn't paying too much attention to that. That scene in particular just caught me because I thought it was like that famous Michelangelo painting, as to which I don't actually know the name, believe it or not. Yeah. Where is it? It's in the Sistine Chapel, right? We got Slanderous coming up next. That was a good tune. I think that was very reminiscent of the mid-2000s, personally. I think that aligned very well with what the labels were putting out in the whole metal circuit around that particular time. Keep on going. Slanderous coming up next. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Slanderous is track numero 5 of 8 on The Blackening by Machine Head. This listen through goes out to my friend Philo, who recommended this on the Patreon. Without further ado, people, shall we listen in? Let's go. Now that's metal. It was only going to go into a heavy metal groove, man. That's what we needed. Some cool harmonies on this one, eh? Bit of crowbar. Okay, where we going? Oh! This band does a great job of incorporating so many different elements of heavy metal in one space, you know. Don't you think? Let's go. mean, we've had heavy metal, we've had speed metal to some degree, we've had a hardcore adjacent breakdown, like metalcore breakdown with the panic chords, the dissonance in there. Guitar solo came in, that fuzz tone, rolled off treble, almost like a doom stoner sort of vibe. They've got a great difference in style, you know. Don't know what he said there. Wow, what did he say there? Heavy. One thing about this production is when it just comes to the power chords, down, down, down. I heard this earlier on in the record. When they're accented, even in the midst of like a riff of whichever sorts, they sound ever so powerful. It's a great production. I think it's down to that kick, the punch of the kick and the impact of the note being played at the same time and the bass hit at the same time, because obviously the studio have really had them dial in the tightness of this recording. It sounds ever so powerful, you know? And you know, it's beyond the studio. The band is tight, obviously. Good tune. I thought that was pretty good. I didn't follow the lyrical content too much, so I know I'm missing out on some borderline political commentary, I assume. But that was a good tune. I like the riffs, like the harmonies. Breakdown was pretty darn cool. Yeah, we've got Halo coming up next. See you there, alright? Yes, now bless. Now don't forget to rest. Now Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Halo is the title of this one. We're listening to Machine Head, The Blackening, track 6 of 8. Let's jump in. So some religious imagery coming up. I'm fascinated to know what this one's going to be about, what perspective they've got. I'm going to try to, pay attention to some of the lyrical content on this one. Okay, this one's fascinating. I feel the need to thank you, Rob Flint, at the show in Copenhagen. You asked who were at Machine Head concert for the first time. I raised the horns and you looked at me, pointed at me and said, "You've got a pass." I don't understand. My sister and I. Oh, you know what? When he said, "You've got a pass," I thought that was in reference to him raising the horns, and I thought that was in reference to the title of the track. Yeah, I'm starting to, I don't know. I've never been so involved and interested in religion and spiritual matters as I've ever been in my life, to be honest. That's why I find this fascinating. And I know there's a general, theme within metal and so on and so forth, but it gives us great room to converse, I'm not religious, I'm agnostic, but I like spiritual matters and people's perspectives regardless, You know, the halo as symbolized in, you know, let's say Renaissance art and stuff like that, Renaissance art, and you know, behind the heads of the holy and whatnot. Some would say that it's not necessarily a halo, but the sun, as you know, prior to the Abrahamic religions, there were degrees of paganism where they would worship the natural, they'd worship the sun, and without the sun we wouldn't be here, without the sun there wouldn't be life, without the sun we wouldn't, you know, have this situation. So they would, to this day, still worship the sun. And there's some degree of metaphorical value that exists within certain religious texts. I won't speak of which ones, where there is, you know, some degree of alignment with that concept and theory. So there's a little tidbit for you. That's some deep, esoteric, you know, knowledge there for you. Maybe occult would be the right word for it. And you know what? Fascinatingly enough, I have this argument as a consistent through so many of these metal bands and whatnot. This was like from the early days of this channel and before this channel, prior to me even being in the headspace I am now. He said Christian conspiracy and stuff like that, which is, I don't necessarily know the true depth of the lyric. We might read the comment section afterwards. But not speaking on Machine Head, but speaking on metal bands that are blasphemous to the cross and so on and so forth. That's completely fine with me. I'm not bothered by that. But can you please keep the same energy? If you're anti-religion, yeah, keep that same energy for Islam and keep that same energy for Judaism and the correlating, you know, religious schools of thought. Because to just pick out on the group that won't necessarily fight you back is a bit of a pussy thing to do. It's a bit of a bully thing to do. And before the religious, before the agnostic, before the atheists, I do not like bullies. So that's my personal philosophy on it, you know? You know, because you see that in Metal Manifest, and the only reason they speak on it as far as like Christianity is because the other religions will fight them back, or they will have the finger pointed back at them in a manner they don't necessarily want, you know? So that's my school of thought, you know? People can say what they want, but blanket it in its entirety if you're going to speak of it. Yeah, I'll give you some more inside the game as well, right? If you promote like anti-religious, well, not anti-religious, if you promote specifically anti-Christian beliefs, you are going to be more likely to get signed to a mainstream label. Why that is, hey, that's for you to find out. But when you promote particular ideologies and perspectives, right? The mainstream will pick up on you and allow you to promote that message. And you have to question why, right? You have to question that. But that's enough game for this one, yeah? That's enough game. We're here to talk music. We're not here to talk about the world and society as we see it, right? The social engineering as we see it. We're not going to talk about that. Look at what rap music promotes and what people are paid to promote to particular cultures and societies. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And question why. Why are they getting paid to push this message? Someone called this a metal hymn. Someone says lyrics kick ass. Someone says I don't care about lyrics, just like good music. I didn't order any soup. Says I'm a Christian and this is one of my favourite songs. So clearly it's anti. I mean, we did see the Pope depicted as the devil. I don't know too much as far as like, you know. I mean, you hear a few things about the Pope, don't you? And like the idea of a hierarchy of whichever means sort of sucks to me. I don't like hierarchies, but I do see them as a necessary evil per se. A normal evolutionary biological dynamic between humans. It can't really be stopped, can it? Especially between men. So that's interesting. But yeah. This is a good piece of art because it gives room for discussion, you know. At least for me. Heavy. Someone referring to the video here, song on the album is amazing, but this edit and this video has made a mockery of it. Cool tune. Yeah, cool tune. Cool tune. Good riffs. Believing in God and believing in church are two different things. Most of the priests are materialistic. Not all of them. We are but human. My input exactly. I always believed the devil lived in the church. At the same time, the Pope is rolling in a bulletproof car with gold chains, smuggling cocaine. Haha. Like, you got to see. I don't know anything about the cocaine thing. I don't know what they're on about regarding that. Fascinating. I wonder how you. I'm just wondering how you define the church. Would that be, you know, the concept of the hierarchy as we know it per se, as opposed to just being a believer? This is fascinating. You can skip to the next song right now if you're watching this full video. Listen through, or if you're watching it song by song, because I'm just gonna hang here for 1 second. Unless you want to continue joining me, because we're just going to assess the song here, because at this moment I do find this quite fascinating. Okay, here we go. Watching this video again in early 2015. This was 9 years ago. I can't help but thinking, what if this video portrayed a Muslim cleric instead of a Catholic one? Can you imagine the scandal? Accusations of racism and Islamophobia were thrown from our sides. I'm fed up with this double standard. We should be able to criticise religion as much as we want without paying attention to butthurt people. Okay, so I think this was more so a criticism on Islam and that side of things as opposed to the band. But I would counterbalance both things. Because I'm saying, does that not mean Machine Head is just pointing the finger at the Catholics because they won't raise a scandal in doing so? Because I don't think there's anything wrong with people fighting for themselves. But at the same time, there's a perfect balance. Carl Jung said there is a principle of opposites, as to there's a perfect in between the two extremes, which means as much as I would like people to be able to rise up and defend themselves, I would also like people to be able to be humble and just, so what? It doesn't affect me. I'm not bothered by your words, you know? So I guess there's two sides, but we've got 29 replies to this, which is good. These guys say, I literally never sign in just to comment something. Never. This time I did, and you definitely deserve more upvotes. Your point is outstanding. You're welcome, and to be assured, we're not the only ones who share this opinion. Unfortunately, only few stand up for it. And by the way, with me going through this, I don't believe that I'm not standing up for a criticism against Islam. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Well, absolutely agree with you. The last thing I'd want is my favourite bands destroyed by extremists. Not a joke, yeah, but everything. Yeah. Controversial opinion, perhaps, to some people, depending on what your story is. But I've never really met problematic followers of Islam. I've never met problematic people who truly follow the writings and the principles. Generally speaking, they're all right people, and as far as tradition is concerned, I think they believe in a fair amount of positive things. Personally, of course, you get bad people everywhere, no matter what particular sector they derive from. Sadly, the problem with this, I don't want to go in and really start going in on real political divide here. We're not here for that. But I do want to talk about bands and artists in relation to religion, because that's what this channel's for, right? I don't want to just talk strictly political, because who cares, man? We've all got different perspectives, and none of us are right, really, It's all through our lens of reality. So let's keep going. Someone says The Sims 2, anyone? Eargasm. Tags metal pop. Yeah, if it's written in that manner. Apparently there's a 9-minute version. People don't like the fact that it's been shortened, But this will be the music video version. Probably aired on music videos and stuff. Yeah, what more can I say? Yeah, not really much more room for discussion on there. Yeah, cool. Let's keep on moving. We've got Wolves coming up next, which is, we're getting into a couple of epics now. 9 minutes long, track number 7 coming up next. All right, let's keep going. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. Des ROCKSTEADY jamming out the Blackening, track 7 of 8, devoted to my man Philo via the Patreon. Wolves. All right, let's go. Unleash the wolves. Let's go. Come on. Oh, I'm not going to disagree because each to their own, but Vladimir says this really is the best metal record maybe ever. Very chunky guitar tone on this record, man. I like it. What's it tuned to? D standard, maybe? That bass guitar. Come on. Wow. Very nice. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Really good. Great pinch harmonic. A Money Shredder says, better than Master of Puppets. I said it, I'll say it again. Better than Master of Puppets. Let's see what these responses are saying. Good song, but no way it's better than MLP. No, man, calm down. This is a masterpiece, but MLP will still be better in general. Nah, for real, I'm a huge Metallica fan, but I prefer this song over Master of Puppets. What planet are you on? Yes, I see the comparison, but F no. You know what? If Master of Puppets weren't put out by Metallica, but by a different band, I wonder how it'd go down. Da-da-da. I like how this band does the trade-off solos and changes the rhythm riff under each trade-off. This seems to be a Machine Head thing, you know, instead of staying on the same riff, they switch it up as it goes along, so it's like two transitioning sections as opposed to like a transitioning lead guitar, which is cool. That was a good tune, plenty of good riffs, definitely plenty of good riffs. I preferred the second half to the first half. Some superb riffs, really good, really good. That was a great song on this record, that was a very good song on this record. The album as a whole has been very good, but that song, really good, really good. A Farewell to Arms is going to finish us off, let's go. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. And in due time, signing out, as this is the last track on the Blackening by Machine Head. Track 8 of 8. This listen through has gone out to Philo via the Patreon. Thank you for the recommendation, my man. Let's go. We'll finish this off with a final overview of the entire record. I'll tell you my final thoughts of it as a whole. And I'll give you a rating out of 10, okay? You know how it works by now. Quite a cool guitar tone, that. I do like that. All the guitar tones have been really good on this record. Suit me at least, you know? Let's go. Cool dual guitars there. Cool dual guitars there. Trying to make sense of the lower register guitar. It's a cool contrast. Let's go. That was really powerful section of the song. The entirety of that, really good, really good. Great vocals. Let's go. Come on. Heavy metal. Freeway harmony. Don't get me wrong, I think the shred was unnecessary, but that was probably my favourite guitar solo on this album. It was the only one that really caught my ear. I mean, I heard the rest of them because I referenced like the trade-off solos and stuff, but as far as it like actually being a guitar solo and something I cared about, that was pretty cool from the first few moments. I like the harmonic value between the rhythm guitar and like the just the tasteful note selection. I like that one. That was really good. Yeah, that was really good. There was a great progression and a great build on that song, you know. It really told a story. I mean, as far as lyrically speaking, I can't tell you too much as far as storytelling is concerned, but in regards to the actual development of the track and where we go and the different ideas, we went through an experience from start to finish. You know, there was no time wasted really, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was a great song. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. Let's finish this record off with a final overview. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Just finished listening to the 8-track record, The Blackening, by Machine Head. Okay. Released in 2007, 2008. I think 2007 was the one. It got recommended on my Patreon by Philo, who said, bro, got to check out Machine Head's record. You should like this one. He referenced another band. I don't want to go back to the message whilst I'm recording this video, but I think he referenced some, was it Testament? So if you listen to Testament's efforts around this period and you enjoyed that, you probably like this. This was cool. Very modern sounding metal band. Not modern in like the tech sense where it's just like super modern, genty, tech deaf production and, you know, virtuoso inhuman shred. This was like a very 2000s record. Lamb of God, Devil Driver, Bullet for My Valentine. You could tell that this record came from that particular period. purely down to the sound and the riff selection, the development of metal as we know it at this particular moment in time. This was a very varied record, albeit it stuck to a particular boundary, which is good. That's the way it should be done. You don't want to be flip-flopping from song to song, wondering if you're going to like it. This was a good sound, good clean moments, good distorted moments. Production gave great clarity. It was never too overt that it was noisy. It was always quite a pleasant listen, regardless of what intensity the band sort of cranked it to. The vocals were cool. The cleans were cool. Although it took a moment to grow on me, did the cleans, but once I heard 2 minutes of them, I was more than happy to listen to more, you know. I thought it was pretty good. The guitar work was really good. Technical, but not showy-offy technical. Definitely a clear showcase of the band's talent. The guitarists, really good guitarists, clearly. They could play a lot better as far as, technicality is concerned. But you know the magic is being comfortable playing these riffs and writing these riffs for the sake of them actually being musical, actually being melodic, actually serving purpose above and beyond an egocentric sort of showcase. And that's cool that Machine Head did this. There's some very heavy bits. The guitar tone is a guitar tone I appreciate, so I know it's music as a whole is subjective, such as guitar tones. I like the guitar tone on this record. I like the flump to the distortion. You know, it was quite a comforting pillow of distorted tone that came from that heavier guitar. Bass guitar was nice, prominent. Although, you know, it was a 6-string guitarist's band, let's be fair, the bass. No one's listening to Machine Head saying, oh, yeah, I listen because of the bassist. I doubt many people say that, although, you know, some people will do because they're a tight band as a whole, and that's no disrespect to the bassist. It's just, this is a guitarist's band, you know. This is a shred band. Drummer was cool, although with that being said, in hindsight, I can't pick out too many drum parts that really, you know, stood out as this being a special drummer. I wouldn't call this drummer special. Some might call me blasphemous for that one because I don't know who it is on the drums. It might be a big wig I'm sort of saying isn't very special because why wouldn't it be? It's Machine Head, but nah, I didn't think the drums were like the selling point of this record. I would actually argue that the selling point of the record was the songwriting capability. The way to construct and organise a song might have been the most important part of this record. It was a very mature record. It was a very well put together record. It was a very tight record. And yeah. As far as tones wise, it's a very dark sounding record as well. As far as the sound engineering is concerned, as far as the guitar, I would reckon we were in D standard. What are we tuned to? It sounds heavier than E standard, but it's not. It didn't sound like it was drop tuned. And C would be too low, I would say. So I would say this was in D standard. What do you reckon to that? I don't think it'd be C sharp, but D maybe. But, you know, we'll leave that on that note. I'm going to rate this record 7 out of 10. It's a mix of both what I think the standard of the record is alongside my personal subjective taste. So I'd say 7 out of 10. I think it's a good record. I think it's a good project. I think it's good quality. Am I going to return to it? Not necessarily because the songs are too long. But there are good moments in these songs. There's not necessarily any pop hits per se, like they've not done a real sellout track. There's a couple maybe that might have, you know, earned a bit more on a marketable sense. The singles, the music video ones might have been a bit more marketable, but there's no like real sing-along classic, to be honest with you, which might have, you know, actually devalued the record. But they tend to be the ones that might catch me out and might think, oh, I'll put that one on again if it's a good hook. So I'll give it a respectful 7 out of 10. That's my opinion. And with that being said, I'm signing out, people. Peace.